I'll turn my phone notifications off. This bitch keep texting me. Couple. Alright. Hello YouTube! Welcome to another edition of Teamwatch. Today's guest is
shit. Here we go.
MrTubbs. Uh, if you could just let me get that explicit warning. Warning is probably going to be a little more mature rated thing because, yeah, Tubbs is that kind of person.
No guarantees. I'm gonna censor myself. Sorry, amateur.
Anyway,
Shit happens.
we'll put a label on the video or something. Something will do something. Anyway, why don't you introduce yourself and your affiliations, dude?
What do you mean by affiliations? Like my teams and shit?
Team, like part of the community, whatever.
Well, I don't really do shit for the community besides, occasionally talk in Discord, but my name's MrTubbs. You can call me Tubbs or Tubbsy or whatever the fuck you want to. Currently, I am a sub for MSB, which is in the GM League, and I play main tank for Mini Vanquish, which we'll be looking to enter AGL Season 3 coming up here in a few months.
That'll actually be interesting. I don't know. I I think my new schedule should be lax enough that I might be able to do something like that, or at least if I talk, if like, hey, I can get Sundays off, I might be able to join. But I don't know what team.
AGL Season 3?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, wasn't that the whole point of you joining Jade?
I don't know. Magic just asked me. It was afterwards, like, hey, you want to be part of Jade? I was like, sure. And then like a couple days later, hey, you want to be co-captain? I was like, oh, sure.
You're co-captain now too?
Yeah.
What?
So
What the fuck? Who was captain before Magic even? Like, do you even know what happened?
I know Mr. Inksack was like captain of this whole thing, and
Oh,
then he had gotten
I'm guessing
suspended.
he's now like, so he is probably completely done with AG or what?
I don't know. He's suspended until like March 30th or something. Else he should come back, and I don't know what's gonna happen after that. But yeah, right now Magic was acting as captain and then made me co-captain. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of responsibility she wants me as co-captain. So we'll just see how it goes. Turns out from here, there was gonna be a scrim on Friday, but I work like 30 minutes after the scrim. So I mean, I guess I could play, but I would need to be there on time because we do that tournament for Dragon Ball Fighters. I don't know if I told you that personally, but
No, you didn't.
with that game coming out, I'm hosting a tournament, which I've been trying to do for so long. It's like the most
Wait, you're
extracurricular,
hosting a tournament?
yeah, like a Dragon Ball Fighters tournament at GameStop. Uh,
Oh.
and this it's the most extracurricular thing I've ever done for this company. Like because I'm like I want to do this because it'll be awesome. I'm gonna dress up with like a bow
Wait,
tie and
I
some.
thought you weren't allowed to say GameStop because I
Shut
can't.
up! No, I said a game place to stop at is what I said. It could be
My
it.
place of
It's no.
employment.
It's actually it's actually like one of those off-brand things. Like it's totally GameStop, but it's actually like some Chinese shop that's local that sells crappy games. That's what it is.
Like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh's grandpa's card shop
Yeah,
back in the day.
yeah. Yugi. Yeah, that's yeah. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be
Oh
interesting.
boy.
But anyway, I hopefully can play more things in Team Jade, but it's not. I don't know how it's gonna go. So MSB was undefeated from what I heard, and then the first match I casted for them in particular, they lost to Dedicated Blue, which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah, Rex was kind of tough last week because Rex was on work schedule and he was like, "Man, I swear to God, don't put us against whatever Sphinx team name is or Dedicated Blue because normally like when he's on work schedule, no matter what, I'll just play so he can kind of get his rest in and shit while he's on his work schedule. But no, he knows that Dedicated Blue and Sphinx's team were gonna be some really tough competition. So
They was a good fight. It went to game three, and they ended up losing 2-1. Um,
yeah, I didn't even get to watch it. I just saw on Discord that they had lost.
this is crazy.
But I'm gonna be, I mean, I think it's. I mean, I wish they wouldn't have lost, but at the same time, it's kind of nice because I don't think nobody that I know of on the team really lets their ego get ahead of them. But at the same time, you don't want to go undefeated in the regular season and think you're king shit going into the playoffs and
Like IGHM
unexpectedly get
season
shut the
one.
fuck down. Exactly. But well, see, I wasn't there, so let's just not talk about that. No offense to Beltran, the man is a great tank player, but I wasn't there and shit might have been different. I can hit Blue Ninja with a couple of fire strikes here and there.
Dang.
The world will never know, though.
The world will never
There's a
know.
big difference from our week one matchup to the championships and the playoffs.
Yeah, no, you were definitely a key part of that team. Um,
Which irks the shit out of me because I really wish I was there. The one, like, more often than not, unless I like really need the work or something and I've got it like pre-planned, like more often than not, my scrims or tourneys or anything like that come first. But I had a family outing and that was planned like 2 months in advance, and I didn't
uh,
even check to I didn't even check to see when the playoffs were, and it was too late to cancel because it was a prepaid thing to go. We went like whitewater river rafting, I
oh,
think
dude. I think I remember
basically.
that. You were
So.
saying that, yeah. This is when we
Yeah.
were just barely meeting, I think,
So
around that time.
it was like you had to book ahead of time. It was prepaid, and it was something that I had never done before. So I wasn't gonna cancel on that.
Yeah,
But
no, I
at the
get you.
same time, I kind of really wish I don't wish I did. I just wish I would have been on top of the
You wish you could have done
scheduling.
both.
To, yeah, yeah, definitely.
Like, I remember my whitewater rafting experiences were pretty cool. Well, it depends on where you go, because sometimes it's like, oh, this is like, whatever. This shit's like not exciting because it's just down the river and the
Well,
whitewater's
they
not even
have like
hard.
levels to it, I guess,
Yeah,
and
they
I guess
do.
it's like a 1 to 5. But
Yeah.
ours was only a 4.
Oh,
Like it
that's not
was it
bad.
was boring for like the first like half hour because you're just kind of like floating down the river and like whatever your instructor says, you're basically like practicing call outs more or less as to when to paddle, when to
You
stick
had
your
an
paddle into
instructor?
water to try to help heal. Yeah, we had an instructor guide us down and everything. Shit. We're There was a fucking, I don't even know what you would call it in the technical term, but there was like a dip where you would go down. Well,
I would call it a
before
dip.
that dip by about 20 yards, there's a rock that's kind of in the middle that goes above the water level,
Yeah.
and you have to dodge that. Well, while we were dodging it the first time, we ended up turning ourselves around, so we went down this first big ass dip
Oh.
backwards. It was so like I was hooting and hollering. I was all about it, and our instructor was like, "Yeah, you're not really supposed to do that, but I kind of thought you guys could handle it, and shit happens." And I mean, it worked. It was a great time, but yeah, no, we definitely we got ourselves turned around, and we shouldn't have.
That's awesome. No, the first time I went was actually a little more fun than the second time I went. The second time was like a lower level, but it was also funny because my mom fell out of the boat and she lost her car keys, which kind of sucked in the end
Oh,
because we had to drive
yeah,
the two. I think it was like 2 hours back home, and then drive there again, and then drive back again.
just to pick up the car. Yeah,
Yeah, because but
we almost had a chick fall out, and like we we were getting there. It was me, my brother, my dad, and my aunt, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably about the biggest one there out of our group. I'm sitting 6 foot, about 230, 240 at the
Jesus
time,
Christ.
and I'm the biggest one out of us four. Like even my dad, I don't make him look puny, but you can tell that I've got a size advantage over my
Why
dad.
is
I'll go.
everyone I meet here like 6 foot or higher? I'm like always the short one.
I've honestly, technically, I'm probably like 5'11", but since
Oh,
like high school, they've always measured like through basketball and shit. They always measured me and just put me at 6 foot, which, excuse me, is still like short in my eyes anyway. Like I
on
always wish I could
basketball
be six
terms.
four, but like, well, in basketball terms, it's short. But for the school that I went to, I went to this tiny ass fucking 230 kid Class D school. So I'm 6 foot, being the biggest kid there. I'm playing center. When normally in any other school, if I was in shape and had a little bit better ball handling skills, I'd be playing a 2 or a 3 guard, maybe a power forward because that was like my forte. Like I was all about playing in the post and trying to put moves on people. Nah, I wasn't that
Yeah.
great, but for my area, I was okay as long as I could stay eligible. But we're not going to go there. But yeah, like we went down and we saw this group of these two ladies that were like 5'8" and at least 350 pounds apiece. I'm not even kidding. There were some chubby midget looking chicks, and I look. My brother looked at me as soon as we got there, and he's like, "Bro, I guarantee you we're going in a boat with them." And I was like, "Bro, I hope not." Well, sure shit. It was six in a boat, so us being a group of four and them being a group of two, we squatted up in the boat, and one of them almost fell out. Like, oh, it was such a struggle to like me, my dad, and my brother. She grabbed a hold of me. My dad and my brother grabbed a hold of her, and we did everything we could to pull her back up and into the boat. Her one arm was dragging in the water, and her face was almost touching. It was ridiculous, but she didn't end up completely falling out. I really wish she did. It would have been hilarious. And like they went over the whole like feet in the air, lay on your back, you cross your arms type of thing to stay afloat, stay safe, and not rub against any rocks or get yourself pulled down.
Yeah.
But
I never got that. Like,
it
oh,
was
just stay afloat. Would do this, whatever. Like, I've always been a fish out of water in my life. I love the water. And
well, yeah, like I knew how to swim, but like I said, we had an instructor, so they still went
yeah,
over like these basic
the
guidelines
things are
and
like, oh, you gotta
training
make sure to do
procedures that
this.
they're supposed to. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I get you.
yeah.
No, this
I
is
love
crazy.
water though. Yeah, if I would have fell out, that would have started fucking. I just would have started swimming out of it, or either that. I mean, I would have followed their shit, floated down, and then swam away. But I wouldn't have had any issues if I had fallen out.
Yeah, no,
Water
same.
is like a second home, I guess you could say.
I've been like regular rafting, like just like basically floating down the river a bunch, and I mean I fell on out before, just like trying to catch like a water bottle or a beer, but which was like I caught the beer, but I mean like I was like on this side of the boat, but
I caught the beer, but you probably dumped half of it in the process.
well it was a can that was closed and probably got shook up.
Oh,
It was a while back. But those are always fun too. I
goes
miss
down
I didn't
some.
get to swim this last summer, so I was kind of disappointed. Well, I mean I could have, but I just been working like crazy. But I got the day off, and I'm definitely not going into work today.
So you say until they call you in two
They're
hours,
not.
and you're
This
like,
is
yeah,
no.
fine.
It's not. It's not.
You always get free weekends, and then you're like, I'm not going in. I'm not paying my phone bill, and either 6 hours later or the next morning, you're like, yeah, they called me in. I'm going to work today.
Well,
It
I
happens
can't.
all the
Like
fucking
even
time,
like
man.
it's
You,
it.
don't worry about other people's feelings. Worry about
It's
yourself. If you
not
want to
about
say no, it's
their
not going to be a
feelings.
big
I
deal.
know, but it's about the
Well, you don't
store.
want to let people down, and
This
you
is
would,
true.
like even if it's not the store, if it's like playing with people in gaming, like if you don't have the time, or sometimes you just don't want to play with certain people, you just gotta man the fuck up.
I have been. I have told them I couldn't make it before if I was like in like a town that's way too far. I'm like I could make it, but it'd take me like an hour or two or whatever. But
Yeah, see, so you're still saying yes. You're just, telling them that, hey, it's gonna take me an hour to drive there, and then I guess I can come in. You should be like, nah, I'm fucking drunk off my fucking rocker, hanging out with some bitches and having a good time. I'm not coming to work today. No matter what the scenario is, like, man,
yeah,
like, and I'm only saying this because of like how long we've been friends and like you've been working, and I understand you're getting like promotions and you're going up in the business a little bit, but at the same time, a man needs his freedom. Like, fuck.
exactly. Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, you say exactly, but you say yes every time they call you into work. Come on,
Because
bro.
I was like,
Damn. I half the time I would be with you. I'd say, yeah, I'll take these few extra hours. Let me get a little bit of a fatter paycheck. But at the same time, I got a 3-day weekend, and they call me in each and every one of those 3 fucking days. I gotta say no, otherwise I'm gonna fucking lose it. Everyone knows I'm a toxic asshole. Like, it's not just games, it's real life. It's who I am.
yeah,
Like, you fucking bust my balls so much and want me to work, I'm gonna tell you no. And if you don't like it, well, shove it up your ass.
Damn. True. Uh,
Especially if they're giving you the days off. If you're required to work, that's a different story. But like if they're giving you the days off and say, "Hey, we need you to come in," like every once in a while, you just gotta be like, "No, I need a day. Like let me just chill." Shit.
I know there's this law that you're not required to work on the days that you are not scheduled. That Mr. Inktank was telling me about actually.
Shit. As far as I know, they need to be paying you overtime for that shit.
Nah, they can't do
And we
overtime.
haven't ever
Heaven
talked
forbid.
about that before. They can't do overtime? Oh shit, then
I
that'd
mean,
be
they
an immediate
can,
response. I'd say no,
but they're
they won't.
like, yeah, because I'm part time still apparently. Uh,
How are you part-time and a manager? What? That doesn't even make
I
sense.
know
Oh man, see,
it's the company.
that initially would get me going. Like I'm registered part-time, but I'm working more than full-time, and you're giving me like an upgraded position. Like shit's
I'm
gotta
actually not
change, my
working
man.
more than full time. It feels like it sometimes. I don't go over 40 hours. The most I ever they let me hit is like 38 or 39, but that is it.
Well, yeah, like you said, they won't do overtime though. So once you hit your 40, no matter what you're registered
No,
at,
they
if they
can't.
won't do overtime,
I
then
can't even hit 40 though. They won't let me touch the 40 because then once I hit 40, they're like, "Oh, benefits," and I can't. Heaven forbid me getting benefits and shit like that. But I'm probably
heaven
if
forbid.
I told you about that one pregnant lady who's probably gonna leave, right?
No.
Oh well, this is the second in command at the store is pregnant, and when she has a baby, she does not want to probably. She's planning on probably not coming back. So I'm probably gonna take it up, even though there's still one guy who's more experienced, there's another guy who's the same position as me, who's been there for about a year and a half more, who does not want the job, and then I'm probably gonna get it, and then I will be full time and have like 40 hours a week.
Does he just not want the responsibility, or like
The
what? Like, what do you
stress.
mean you don't want the stress?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
because he's
suppose.
in a good spot right now because he can pay rent. It's not like we don't have
He,
the
he
best,
can keep
but
himself up. He
yeah,
doesn't have
and
to worry about any
he doesn't.
downtime,
Yeah,
or like he doesn't have to find some fucking
yeah.
side job under the table, cash type shit, just to
Also,
keep him afloat in his living situation.
yeah. Also, he's saying that he doesn't want to go another holiday at that store. So, and another thing, he doesn't want to take that position and then leave before the holiday because he's not staying. And so,
What
all
holiday is
my
he talking about? Valentine's Day, fucking
no, like the
Columbus Day,
no,
fucking
because
Mother's Day,
we're at
Father's Day,
10. We're
Thanksgiving. Like, damn,
Christmas and Thanksgiving ish. Yeah, like
those are the
we're
only two holidays
yeah,
GameStop celebrates. I mean,
a
a
local
store that
game
you work
shop.
for.
Yeah, Jesus. And we're a 10-2 store, so
Hey,
like,
don't worry, I don't work there, so if I say it, they don't have to worry about trying to pay me.
my gosh. We're a 10-2 store, so what that means is 10 of the 10 months we're preparing basically for November and December because it's our busiest time of year. And it's honestly hell. Like honestly, like we were open Thanksgiving this year and it was ridiculous the amount of people that came in for the deals.
Are you
And
guys like all the malls that like, oh, Thanksgiving's on a Thursday, but and Black Friday is like all the sales, but we're gonna start our Black Friday sales at
yeah, Gray
like
Thursday.
4 in the afternoon on Thursday?
Yeah, that's basically what's going on. And it's stupid and it sucks and there's like endless lines of customers. Endless. Like
Oh,
I don't take
I
breaks as it
understand.
is. And then when like there's the customers coming, you don't have even time to take a lunch until like way late until it's almost time to close. Like it sucks. It really does suck.
Yeah, I believe it. I remember going to Marquette, which is a couple hours, probably like the closest thing there is to a city in my area, and like I would go shopping with my grandma and my aunts. I've
I
said that
say
weird,
aunt.
but like me and my brother and shit would go with them just to kind of haul the load, and we would be their line placements if they needed to, if we were at a mall and they needed to go like Dunham's and J.C. Penney or some shit like that or whatever there was, like they would be like, all right, I need you to stand in this line, I need you to get this, and then by the time I go to this store and get what I need here, I'll probably be back in time to pay it. So it's like we just stood there in line for 3 hours and waited for them. Like it's yeah, it's ridiculous. I get that it's busy. It's probably the worst time of year to have to work, but It is what it is. Everyone's got to get their Christmas shopping done.
I know, right? Oh man, when's the next? Hold on, I want to check out the next schedule for the Overwatch League because I haven't been keeping up with the Valiant like I should be.
I haven't been keeping up with the. Yeah, no, I watched part of week one and that's it. But while you're checking that, I'm gonna take a leak.
January 24th. You're leaving in the middle of God dang it. Uh, so whatever.
I gotta pee.
There
Hang
you go.
on.
Yeah, no, it's good. Uh, this usually
Can't
doesn't
hear
happen.
you. I'm walking away.
Okay, well, this has never happened. Did an Overwatch episode or Teamwatch episode before? Um, but yeah, we're talking about the Valiants, which is my team for anyone who hasn't known before. I think Tubbs' favorite team is Outlaws, I believe. I'm not sure. We'll get more back on that when he comes back from his bathroom trip. Um, yeah, me talking to myself is somewhat easy depending on the situation, but I can't really discuss things with myself, so it's not a worthy conversation unless it's like, oh, that guy's funny because he talks to himself. Ha 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 ha. It's whatever. But anyway, I'm kind of glad the Los Angeles Valiant lost 2 games against Excelsior and the Spitfire. Even though I heard Spitfire was close, I haven't heard anything about the Excelsior match. But it's more like, oh, they're a human team and they're not like, oh, super powerful. Like, choose to root for these
Have you
guys.
actually been talking to me this whole time? Because I just
Not
went
to
and took a
you, to the
piss.
people.
Okay.
But yeah,
To the
no.
people.
I was explaining about Los Angeles Valiant and why I'm kind of glad they kind of lost a couple of their games because they're not like the most powerful whatever. Even though they beat the first 2, Dallas Fuel and Shock. But it'll be interesting to
What do
see
you
where they
mean the
go from here.
first two? Like powerful teams or what?
No, their first 2 matches was the first day was against San Francisco Shock, and then it was against Dallas Fuel, and they beat both of them
Oh.
like 4-0 and 3-0, uh, which was
I thought
cool.
Dallas was going to be a lot better than they are.
A
I'm
lot
pretty
of people
like
did.
last I checked, they didn't win a fucking game yet. I wonder if they're distracted by XQC.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I saw this one post though, and I
I
don't
mean, I
remember.
see it as a lame excuse, but at the same time, like it's so easy to throw out there and kind of put him under the bus with the whole distraction thing. Like I don't think any player has been suspended since the league starts besides XQC, and he's been suspended twice now.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. That I can see like if you went to a professional team, I could see Tubbs suspended for blah 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 blah.
You
Toxicity.
fucking, I don't know. I would either see like I don't know. I might get suspended, but at the same time, I might just say fuck this. I'm done.
I would love.
Like
I would
like
love.
if there was a lot of bullshit like that I had to deal with, I probably wouldn't end up dealing with it because I don't really give a shit, and if it's too overbearing and stressful, I'm just not gonna deal with it. I'd rather not. I'd just rather be done. But like XQC, like he just puts it on himself, to be honest. Like he really does. The
Yeah.
whole streaming and knowing that people push his buttons and to get the reactions because it's more entertaining for them. Like he needs to think 10 times over before he speaks because that's the biggest problem I think with him. Like he just doesn't watch what he says. He lets it fly out. Which I mean I respect at the same time. He's not going to be fake. He's not going to hide
Keeping it
himself.
real.
But being in the position that he's in, he needs to tone it down a bit. Like he just can't. It's gonna fuck with him so bad, man. He's gonna get dropped before the fucking season even ends if he keeps this up, and that's me personally. I don't want to see that. I think he's a good player. His Winston's nutty. I just watch him play a lot of Orisa and shit, but his mouth, man, his mouth and his brain aren't connected at times, and as real as it is, and I appreciate that. At the same time, it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why?
No, I get you there. I don't know. When it comes, I haven't seen a whole lot of his play in particular. I haven't really seen anyone's streams. Like I don't watch people's streams, which I would like to start doing, but I'm not really sure where to start.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
know.
yeah. I watch a couple of the guys that stream from Dallas, so that's why I kind of root for them. But like other than that, I go for Houston.
Oh, that's right.
And that's only because like I've been watching Call of Duty Optics for probably 4 years now, maybe. Like that's the only organization that I know a little bit and have followed, and so that's why I root for them. I don't. I know Jake's on their team. They got Spree and a few other guys, but I don't really keep too in touch with the details. I just throw my praise at them, I guess, when they're playing, or root for them, I guess you could
Be
say,
like,
just
woo,
because
go do
it's
it,
yeah, go Houston, you can do this, yeah.
dude.
Even though, as far as I know, they're kind of mediocre, but it's just because it's the only people that I know, really.
Yeah. No. Tomorrow's matches are Shocking against Spitfire and Dragons against Dynasty, which I think the Dragons got this. I really think.
Shanghai against Seoul? Are you nuts? What?
I think they have this win in the bag. Easy
Isn't
clutch.
Shanghai the shit team?
Yes.
Like the easily bottom. Oh
Like,
God, has Seoul even lost yet? I
I
know
don't
they've
know.
dropped a map or two, but I don't think they've lost a
I
match.
don't know where I can. I need to find the schedule, the score, the H team
Well,
score.
I think they played Houston in the first week. They did win 3-1, but I mean, like they dropped a map. I don't think they've dropped any matches. I know a map maybe once here and there or two, but I don't think they've dropped a match at all. I think they're
Seoul is
undefeated.
definitely that Titan.
Korean-built team that's just gonna take over everybody.
Well, Spitfire is like all Koreans too. When I was watching them, like that was another thing. When I was watching their starting match against Valley, I'm like, these guys are like all Korean. Why are they called London Spitfire? I mean, yeah, they're probably based in London, but this makes no.
Because where the money that's just where the money came from.
Yeah, I guess
They're
so.
like, oh yeah, London wants to have a team, let me sponsor it and put my name on it. Oh, I want this to be a good team. You know where to go from there. Yeah, let's pick
Everyone
Korean
goes to
people.
Korea. They go
But
there.
like, but Seoul's got what, like Rouge Hong, they've got Miro, like
Oh
they've
my
got a
gosh,
few
dude, Yu Jae Hong
Korean guys that are
is my.
absolutely nutty.
I love dude that guy. Like it's honestly ridiculous. Uh, everyone. It seems like every team has at least one Overwatch professional player that I've known, and they got like their whatever. I don't know who's on Shanghai Dragons though that I would
I
even
don't
know.
think anybody does besides like the 2% of the people that truly believe in the most underrated, well, not, I can't even say they're underrated because I'm pretty sure they're actually
They're
trash, but
fairly rated.
they're the biggest. They're fairly rated, yeah, at the bottom of the board.
Yeah, fairly. Yeah.
Ah, that would be so tilting. Just to know that
If
your
you.
team is garbage and to have to keep hearing about how garbage your team is
Oh my
compared to
gosh,
everyone else.
dude.
Ah,
Speaking of
man, that would be
garbage
so
teams,
tilting.
the freaking Eagles are in the Super Bowl. Uh,
Yo, you know what though? Oh man,
I hope
like
Eagles win. I do.
I don't, but I can easily see them winning. I want Brady to get his sixth, and I want him to fucking retire. I know he's not gonna retire, but if the like if the coaching staff comes to a crumble and Belichick does end up leaving, Brady is not going to be shit after this.
That's what.
So I
Who
think
was
he
I
might give it
talking
a
about that too? Though, like Belichick is basically the foundation. Was that you that I was talking about that too?
probably
I don't remember.
like Belichick and Kraft, which are the owner. They've been kind of butting heads because Kraft wants to use Brady till he literally can't step on the field anymore, and Belichick is like, "Hey,
Whatever.
we
Brady's
drafted
gonna
this
come
rookie
out
two
within a
for you."
wheelchair and throw. Like, shit.
If it was up to the owner, he fucking would. Like, no problem. Kraft loves Brady like a son, literally. But Belichick is like, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 years ago, they drafted Jacoby Brissett, and they're like, all right, this is a guy that we can work with. We can learn him, teach him the system, get him ready to roll for when Brady's done and gone. Well, he got traded to the Colts, and now they had Jimmy Garoppolo, which I think they drafted him last year, maybe 2 years. I don't know when they drafted him, but like the kid was good. He was learning the system. Brady was teaching him like what he could or guiding him, whatever you want to call it. Like he was the future, and Kraft was like, no, Brady's our future. Like I don't care that he's 39 years old. He's our future still. And it's within good reason. I mean, he's 39 and his team's going to the Super Bowl. Like
Yeah.
it's insane. What is it? This is going to be Brady's what, eighth Super Bowl appearance? He's 5 for 7. He's only lost to the Giants twice.
Hmm.
But fucking Belichick was ready to move on and get the next guy ready to roll and get in here, and they ended up trading him too. As soon as they traded him to fucking San Francisco, he goes what, 5-0, 5-1, some stupid shit like that. Like he kind of cost San Francisco a good draft pick, but at the same time, they're like, all right, we've got our future quarterback. Let's sign this dude to a max contract next year. Let's build around him, and we're set because he's young as fuck, and the man can throw the ball. Like, no questions about it.
Yeah. No, it's honestly ridiculous. Some of these athletes with all these amazing talent and whatnot, but I
Like
don't know.
like Rodgers, his amazing talent being put to fucking waste in Green Bay because fucking, well, Ted Thompson is fired now, but the dude would not sign any free agents. He built off the draft, and all they did, like, they try so hard to draft defensive players, and they finally might have a couple of good linebackers in Ryan and Martinez, but they can't get a secondary to save their fucking lives, man. It's ridiculous. They're always hurt, and then they come back and they have a good year, and normally they get hurt towards the end of the year, and then Green Bay's like, you did have a good year this year, but you missed 3 games due to injury after missing all of last season due to injury, so we're gonna let you go. It's terrible. I mean, I love Jordy Nelson, man, but he wouldn't be shit without Rodgers. Same with Cobb. Adams got pretty decent skill set. I think he could fit in a lot of places, but Rodgers just makes everybody on that offense look so much better,
I
especially not
know,
having a run game.
dude.
Like, without
His
having a run game for the past 3, 4, 5 years, like, I mean, they started to build one this year once he got injured and shit, but before that, like, he didn't have shit. He had a half-ass O-line, no running backs, wide receivers that he made look great, basically just like Brady does, but he's got no defense. He's got no help. They don't bring help in for him. If I were him, I would honestly, as much as I hate to say it, I would leave Green Bay. It,
dang.
I, he has, I don't know. Let's see what this new GM can do, bringing people in and shit like that. But I'm gonna be honest. I love Rodgers. He's a great quarterback, and Green Bay's my team. But if he wants another Super Bowl, he's got to leave Green Bay. Like, no questions about it.
Damn. Who do you think?
And I,
Well, never mind. Go ahead.
no, I was just sighing because, like, I really don't want to see him go. But at the same time, if that man was like in any way smart and could kind of see into the future and realize that Green Bay is going to be a shit show, he would leave. While
Dang.
he still has a chance to do something.
Yeah, no. Football has been because I haven't watched a game in so long. Like, legit, I've been. I don't know. Well, I don't really have a way to watch the game because I don't have TV. But I mean, I could stream stuff online or figure something out. But I don't
I watched
know.
most of the games until he got hurt, and then I was like, I'm not that interested. Like, the backup that we've had for the past, what, like 2 years now, they've been teaching him the system and all that shit. This dude almost lost to the goddamn Browns. The 0-16
Oh my god.
Browns. He took it to overtime, barely got a.
Hello.
I gotta remember to keep my controller on, otherwise it's gonna cut out like that. But yeah, barely got over 250 yards. I'm pretty sure he still managed to throw an interception that game, which is absolutely retarded. Like, they barely won in overtime. That's ridiculous, man. It's the worst fucking team in the league. Only 2 teams have gone 0-16, and this year's Browns were one of them. And they were probably 3 plays away from being 1-15 and not making the history books. And it's all because of our fucking stupid ass quarterback, our backup quarterback.
Dang.
I can't call him. Nah, I can't. I probably shouldn't call him stupid ass because he's a professional and all that. But at the same time, he's fucking garbage. Oh like how do you almost lose to the Browns, man? Like
Jeez.
that was actually tilting because I think I checked the score at the first half and they were down like 17-3, and I'm like, bruh, what the hell is going on? Thank God they pulled it back, but it's just sad.
Yes, it's
Shit, we're talking
freaking.
about football and shit. We're supposed to be in an Overwatch Teamwatch episode. What
Well,
the
I
hell?
mean, it's an episode more about the community, so it's about looking on the inside of the other hosts' lives. So, I mean, this is what you go through, so this is good. But
Again,
so
yeah.
you said, how did you find out about this community anyway? Because I think you told me the story how you started out on like Skybound Lightning or something like that, or
Shit, was this guy about? I've been through so many different teams, it's hard to remember. I would actually have to ask Playmate. I feel like I can't remember if she started Pulse before SB, and we decided to take another route. I know I was on SB Lightning. Me and Playmate both tried out for them, and we ended up getting picked up. But I kind of feel like I was on Pulse before that, or maybe it was something else like Playmate started. I'm pretty sure Playmate brought me into it though. I don't know if she exactly brought me into the Discord, but she found out about the tournaments or some shit like that, and so I don't know. I guess I gotta put the credit to Playmate because, as far as I can remember, she's the reason why I know about and play in AG to this day.
huh? And you just how did you
I
how did you
think.
know Playmate? Just like someone you met online randomly in Overwatch?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Some some Mercy main back in season 2 or 3 that was good at pocketing tanks, and I enjoyed playing with her. So became friends and started playing, and then got into here and kind of climbed a little bit. And yeah,
That was the same thing, dude. I was a Mercy main in season two, or I think so.
I
Like,
was well, I wasn't. I was a Hanzo main season 1, and then I realized A, I'm shit at aiming, and B, this game doesn't really work on you just playing what you want to, although you still see a lot of people do that to this day. Me being Hanzoman in season 1, well, it wasn't going to turn out well. I'd probably be like gold platinum right now. And then I was like, hey, Reinhardt doesn't get played a lot. His giant shield seems very, really useful. And here I am today, 350 something hours on Reinhardt probably total.
jeez, dude. I'm like, well, half of my Mercy hours
Yeah,
came from
that's
season
tough
two.
on accounts.
Yeah, I have.
Because
Sorry, go
sorry,
ahead.
no,
Oh,
no,
well,
you
I
go
was
ahead
saying
because
like
I'm.
I have like 90 something hours on Mercy, and then half of that was in season two alone.
Yeah, I have 301 hours on Reinhardt as of this moment on my main account, but looking at my other accounts, I probably got at least 20 to 30 extra hours on Ryan, so
Yeah,
I'm almost
no,
hitting the 350 mark.
I'm like at 111 hours in Ryan, and then Hanzo's still my third. Zenyatta is catching up though. I've been playing so much Zenyatta recently. Like I have like 74 hours in him right now. And when did I pick him up again? Season 5 was actually mostly played by Zenyatta. That's when I was like, oh, Zenyatta's amazing. Because I used to
Shit,
play him
season.
way back in the day, and then like I don't know. I just fell out with him because everyone's like, "Why are you going Zenyatta?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, because we want a Mercy." Like Lucio was so good back then. Like you didn't want to you didn't want to sacrifice the Lucio, but then we need a Mercy too, and that's probably where my hate for Mercy transpired. I was like, we can run Zen Lucio. They're like, no, we want Lucio Mercy. I'm like, oh, okay.
Shit, to this day, people continue to bitch like we need a Mercy.
I
And I
know.
can't
Well,
disagree with them. Like
Mercy,
her alt is broken
yeah,
as fuck,
no, I
but
agree. Like
she's on the
before,
she's kind of on the downward spiral right now. Like
she is,
I like
but
that people are coming off of her, but in the moment, while she's still,
she's
decently
still
good,
very
like
good.
you gotta play her, man.
That's
But
just
people don't. All the Mercy mains disappeared besides people like Playmate. Like they just up and vanished. They decided to become a Mei main or a McCree main or a fucking Moira main or
Moira's not bad.
Moira's not bad, but I haven't run into a good new Moira main that used to be a Mercy main. Like they just can't. I don't know. It's probably biased and shit, but Mercy main, as far as I know in my experience, Mercy mains have a hard time transitioning from being a legitimate one trick playing 100 hours and 98 of those being Mercy to all of a sudden having to main a new support or even try to flex amongst all of the supports to fill for your team. Like it's
I feel like I'm pretty comfortably flexed between all the supports. I even think my Honda game is not too bad.
well, yeah, but I don't know. I've never known you as a Mercy main though,
Well, yeah, because I met
so I
you.
guess.
Yeah, wouldn't like I think I met you around
I
season
mean, you might have played a lot
four
of
or
Mercy
five.
when we met, but at the same time, you always tried to play Lucy or Zen when you could. Like you
Lucio was
just
a
felt
new
you had
thing.
better on it.
I never played Lucio until I think AGL, and even then, like even now, my Lucio is like, it could be better. I mean, my wall writing's all right, and it's not the best, but I feel like I'm pretty good
$10
DPS
says
Lucio.
you'd still rather play Lucio over Mercy, though.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I want I
It's
my only goal in this. I just always wanted to be the flex player to play whatever the team needed. And I mean, the team never needs DPS apparently. I mean, well, sometimes it needs better DPS,
done.
but still.
If you run into a team that needs DPS, like, oh man, that happens one every like 100 games. I
I
swear
know.
to
I remember
God.
that one game when everyone like insta locked tanks. I'm like, I'm playing Hanzo, and did amazing. It was awesome. 100% win rate Hanzo this season, you guys. Just for anyone who didn't know. Uh,
This man's is a god, man. He's the up and coming Rexu.
oh my god. Hold on, I want to look at my other win percentages. The of heroes that actually play. I have a 59% win rate on Zen this season, which isn't bad for all I
Yeah.
play. And then
I need to stop playing Ryan. Like, well, if I oh shit, pulled my mic out. If I check, I think last season was the like best season that I had on Ryan win percentage wise. Season 4, I put 90 hours into Ryan in just that season alone. That was retarded.
oh, I should look under all competitive seasons and then win
I had a
percentage.
61% with Ryan
I have
last
a
season.
after I still have a 100% win rate with Doomfist, FYI. But for people I actually play, for all competitive seasons, Mercy is actually my highest at 55%. But I don't play Junkrat very often, but I'm at 56% with that one.
Win percent?
Win percent for all the seasons. My
Mine
Hanzo's
is
actually 54%.
My
What?
Sim is 71, my Torb is 61, and then Ryan is number 3 at 57. But looking at like the end of the season, last season I think was the best that I finished with at 60. Normally I go from like 54 to 58. Sometimes I'll get it up to 60 or higher, but then I usually catch a few losses and drop it down. But shit, I
Okay.
got 57 on Ryan, 54 on Winston, and then 53 on Lucio, Orisa, Mercy. Mercy's dropped a lot. To be honest, Mercy would probably be my number 3 if it wasn't for her changes. Like, it was just so much easier for me to play Mercy and win games before she got changed, and ever since then I've either A, refused to play her, or B, tried to, but A, have been unmotivated, and B, not given a fuck, so I could have A, low-key thrown, or just, I'm just bad now, but
Like
I got a 51%
subconsciously
on
thrown.
Zen, actually. Subconsciously throwing, yeah, no, there was a few games towards the end of last season where people are like, "We need a Mercy," and they asked me, and I was like, "Fine, fuck it, I'll play Mercy." And yeah, barely rezzed anybody. Used my Valks poorly on purpose. Just as long as I was healing, I was okay. But yeah, I hate Mercy. I really do. I don't. I can't say that I hate her as a character because I feel she's very
Yeah,
needed, but
exactly.
at the same time, I
I
hate
hate
fucking
her
playing with her.
as her, what's it called? I guess the expectation of Mercy. I hate the
Yeah.
people are like, we need the Mercy, and I'm like, and I've said this probably in the past 3 or 4 Teamwatch episodes. I love it when people are like, "This is our comp. We're gonna make it work," and it's some weird comp, like whatever, like it's like Zen and freaking Ana healing with like weird other stuff. But if it works, like
It's
that's
so
great.
hard to try to make that work in competitive though. Like
Yeah,
if you're in scrims and shit, that's a different story. But
yeah.
comp,
Like
it's
comp is a different
just
world. It's honestly different. Like you can make weird comps work a lot more in your like scrims or tournaments or stuff like that
yeah. And
because your
even if it
practice.
doesn't work the first time, you just sit there and practice, and you find the ins and outs to it that will help you or your team based on what you have. Where you can actually communicate and are willing to, give feedback and shit. Where comp, it's just like, we tried. Half the time by the end of the game, you have someone calling you trash
Yeah,
or an idiot for not swapping, whatever, one of the two. I do that a lot.
I don't know. This I just that's another thing. I hate going to team chat just because of all the people I don't want to talk to. Like, I mean, yeah,
Normally, I don't
it would
want to
help.
talk to people either, but I go there just to listen. A
I
lot of
don't.
times, it's nice just to listen because that'll help you more than anything. Even if you, like, this season especially, I've done a lot of going into comp and muting my mic, or, like, I'll have it muted through the whatever, through, like, the group chat, because, like, I'll be streaming. So I'll have it muted that way, but even if I'm not streaming a lot of times, I'll just mute my mic and go in so I can listen because those little callouts will help you a lot more than not hearing them.
Mhm.
But at the same time, if things aren't going well eventually, I just want to go and kind of ream somebody.
Yeah.
But nobody reams me. Like, I mean, you get the couple cocky assholes that think they're shit and they'll ream you, but they won't actually ream you in a good way, like constructive criticism wise. Like, I don't
Mhm.
know if it's because I'm a toxic asshole and kind of come off a bit overbearing, but I don't know if that scares people away from trying to criticize my gameplay or help me learn things, but it's actually kind of annoying because I'll ream you one, but most of the time, well, I can't say most of the time because as much as I'd like people to listen to what I say and not how I say it is just as toxic as what I'm saying, so it doesn't really make a difference. I guess still just people just kind of shut it out. But it's whatever. I go on to the next game.
Mhm. Yeah, it's whatever. Toxic people are gonna be toxic, and we learn from it.
You damn right I am.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I still remember that stupid match where you like instant lock Mercy on like a second round and deliberately did not heal like one of the
Yo,
DPS
and
players.
like the dude, see if he wasn't such a prick, like
Yeah.
immediately, we weren't even 30
Immediate.
seconds into the game and he was bitching about everything.
Like he's
And
like,
I'm like,
"You're in the
I
way of my
fucking
shot." And I'm like, "What?
yeah, like, oh, I'm Widow.
What?"
I see someone. Let me get a headshot. And fucking Zarya bumped him and moved him over a centimeter, and he missed. And he started bitching about it. Like, bruh, are you fucking kidding me? Get
Yeah.
over yourself. Do a flick. Otherwise, reposition yourself to where you can actually hit that shot. Don't bitch at your teammates for trying to get out of spawn. We're not
Yeah.
gonna sit there for 5 seconds so you can, you know, line it up and then pull the trigger. Like if you can't pull the trigger off the get go, like we're moving up. We're getting to the choke. We're trying to push. You reset. But he just kept bitching, so I was like, fuck it. He wants a healer, I'll play a healer, but I ain't healing his ass. And the worst part, like, it's not even the worst part. Like, the dude he was making plays without the heals. I know you were healing him a little bit with the
Yeah, with the
harmony,
Zen.
but I neglected the fuck out of him, and he would, like, there was still a couple of times on Pharaoh where he would catch a double kill without his ult, then he'd go pop his ult and kill three more, and he wouldn't get healed one time. Like, the dude was a good player, but me
Yeah.
being a prick and him being a toxic asshole bitching about everything to start, and I was just like, nah, dude, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with that.
I
He
love.
made it work. Did we actually win that game?
We did.
I thought we did. Yeah, that's right. Because I went into team chat and I started like talking to him, and I couldn't even get a full sentence out, and he just started going, "I need healing. I need healing. I
Oh
need
yeah, he
healing." Like
just kept on
actually,
saying that.
because
Yeah.
he was spamming it throughout the game, knowing that I was neglecting him. But once I went into chat to try to talk to him, he just started saying it to us, and now I just laughed and left because I wasn't gonna deal with that. But it's whatever. To be honest, if I was in his circumstances to where I low-key carried with my Mercy neglecting me, I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah. I hate people. I just want people to
Nigga,
all
you
be.
need to I've noticed like 6 times already where you've like inhaled and then sighed and gone,
Yeah. I,
find the words you want to speak. Stop delaying for time.
I'm not
Like,
delaying
oh, I
for
gotta think
time. It's
about
just
something.
like it's
I
just
gotta,
like.
I gotta think about what I'm gonna say next.
Oh
What
my
kind of
gosh.
questions do I ask?
It's just like that one meme. It's like I love you and I miss you.
Yeah, oh my god, dude, Tim had that for his. I think it was his sub sound or some shit like that. I don't think it was the "I love you, I miss you," but it was something about. Yeah, it's
Oh my
fucking
gosh.
great.
I,
Sometimes I really just want to yell and I can't, so I just that's what I do. Just
it's so true though. Like,
just
oh,
give it a
it's
good moan
usually
and
it's
get
usually
over it.
followed by "fuck this game."
Yes. Yo, I've been saying, oh, I can't remember where I got it from. It was, I honestly, I want to say it was a meme before there were memes. Like, it was a clip I saw on Facebook where somebody, for some reason, I think it was a Monopoly thing that I saw with like a family, or it could have been like an actual video game thing where someone just got triggered to the point to they were like, fuck this game, and like flipping the table over or throwing their controller down, and I robbed it, and I remember back in the PS3 days, like, what? Holy fuck! I got the burps. Excuse me.
Very good.
Playing with Doc and shit back on the PS3 and 2K. Like, there were times where like I would miss a shot, or I would have a bad pass, or just be playing like an idiot. Top of my lungs, out of the blue, you would just hear me say "fuck this game" and just be done. Like I would just start running in circles. If they passed me the ball, I'd be a ball hog trying to do my little fucking through the legs half spin, fucking step back jumper, stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Doc would just laugh at me. He's like, "Man, that's your line right there. Just fuck this game."
It is though.
I
It's
think
true.
it had something to do with my emphasis, because those good one-liners. You can't just be like "fuck this game." You got
Yeah.
to put something into it,
You
man.
get
You
it.
got to use your
Yeah.
gut. You got to use your heart, whatever you want to call it. You got to go for it, man. You can't just be all calm and collective about it. Not me, anyway. Sometimes I don't know. I guess you could say kind of hyper, but I don't know. Hyper, loud. I've always been a loud person, so that's a good thing. But I do get hyper sometimes too, so I gotta go for it. Just get it out of the way.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, it's been a good.
Okay, I see what you did there. You changed the side to a
You know
cough.
what?
Still
I've
delaying
have been
time.
I've been trying to get rid of this cough. Okay, no, the cough thing's.
I knew.
Oh my gosh.
I've been
Whatever.
sick.
No, I
Help! I'm
have been
falling
trying
and
to
I
get.
can't get
Oh
up.
damn it! Is there anything you want to do to close the episode? You freaking shoutouts.
Shoutouts. Wait, you're ending the episode already?
It's an hour episode. Unless you want to
We've
keep
been
going,
sitting here for an hour?
basically. Let me see.
I'll talk till I fucking pass out. I don't give a shit. I feel like we've been here for 20 minutes and we ain't talked shit about Overwatch. And I kind of feel like that was the point. I mean, if you
Okay.
want to end it, then I'll do my
No.
shoutouts. But at the same time, like, I feel like we could discuss a little bit more.
Okay. I'm down.
Amateur can either A, edit it, or B, just let it
I
be.
probably won't edit it. It'll probably. I mean, podcasts. I just always did like an hour thing to like, uh, just like oh this hour is average whatever. But then recently, I don't know. Well, I've seen podcasts go to 2 to 3 hours before, depending on the cast, I guess.
I
Um,
mean, we don't have to stretch it too far, but shit,
yeah.
I don't know,
Talk about some of this
I don't
Overwatch.
know any questions that I want or like specifically want to talk about, but Fuck, I don't know. Let's talk about Overwatch or something.
So
Community, the people, the whatever.
yeah,
Just, I don't know.
so Mega
That's
Mulani
bullshit.
looks weird.
Yeah, he doesn't look weird, but
I'm
he
just
doesn't
kidding.
look like what I thought he would. Which is funny because we were doing our little gameplay review and shit afterwards on Discord, and I did my face reveal, and he's like, "Tubbs, you look nothing like I thought you would look like." And I
Yeah,
saw his
same thing.
picture, and I thought the exact same thing. Like, I honestly, I thought Meg would be like a little fucking chubby nerdy kid that fucking thumbs were as swole as a bodybuilder's arms, but. I mean, I know he's got a brain, but I don't know. I just kind of figured he'd be a little. He kind of looks. I don't know if I want to say Asian, but he's got some ethnicity in his look
He's
that I can't quite put a
Indian.
finger on it. Oh, okay. Yeah. See,
I
I don't
see.
know.
I didn't have to. I just knew he was Indian, or because or some. This is Middle Eastern. I knew that at least, just because of the Teamwatch episode we've done with him, and I've talked to him a couple times about it. Um,
Speaking of his Team Watch episode, that man's needs a fucking episode two because he could talk for hours, and I know he's got some good
yeah,
stories.
yeah. No, he.
Whether people like him or not, like the man is A, intelligent, and B, can talk your ear off and make it a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's more to it than that, but basically, like I know a lot of people don't like him, but I've come around. Initially, when I first met him, when he was coaching us for IGHM, I felt just like V did, fuck this guy. I'm not going to listen to what he said. Well, I came around. He knows what he's talking about.
he
He's
does.
not
That
stupid,
is
man.
true. Speaking of coaches, Kabish is our coach for Team Jade now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I've never.
Kamish looks like a 14-year-old scump.
Oh wow. Well then,
Do you know who Scump is?
no.
Scump is probably one of the best players to ever play for the Optic Call of Duty team. He literally looks just like him when he was very, very young,
Have you
in
ever
my
seen him?
opinion,
Have you ever
anyway.
seen him and Kabish in the same room?
Not in the same room, but
I'm
Kbish.
just kidding.
Wow,
It's just a funny thing,
I
like
don't know.
when they're like, "Oh, he looks like this person." Like, have you seen him in the same room? Oh, it must be.
Side by side? No, I
Or it's that
just
thing. Have you ever seen me and
from
Batman in the
me,
same
kind
room?
of. You look nothing like Batman. Don't even try it.
I know, but like
It's
that's just the funny thing. Where like in like high school, people would be like, "I'm totally Batman." Have you ever seen me and him in the same room? Oh, we should see. Like it's just a
Oh, I
funny.
get it
It's a
now.
joke. Yeah.
Yo, I wish I knew that. I would have used that so much in high
Oh
school
my
just for
gosh.
some random bullshit. Honestly, I've never heard that before.
Really? Well,
No,
that's actually
I'm
surprising.
Batman. Have you ever seen us in the same room? Oh, burn.
Oh my
Do
gosh.
that whole thing. But fucking, nah, I would have used that a lot. Damn, that'd be some quality content.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have been. I don't know. High school was really weird. I was
It was
so
weird, but it was fun. But at the same time, if I honestly, if I had a choice right now to keep living life or to go back to fucking junior high, I'd go back to junior high.
I don't know. My junior high experience was kind of like I was not a fan of school. I was a lazy motherfucker. I'm still a lazy motherfucker. I did not want to do my schoolwork. I was pretty smart and I killed it in tests and whatnot, but I don't know. The environment sucked. Like I was
See, I
a
wasn't like that.
no, I was not the popular kid because I was like moving around a lot, and then like out of like my freshman year, I started to actually get the friends and whatnot. And I was like, wow, they realized like how like I guess funny I was, and I don't know.
See, I never like tried to be popular, but I always had, I guess you could say, like my clique. Like there was me, like from probably like second, third grade. There was me and three other buddies of mine that where at school we're always hanging out half the time out of school. If we like most of the time we were in athletics together, so whether it was basketball, golf, whatever we were doing it together. But like after school, just shit. I remember so many times where we would just crash at each other's house on like rotating nights and just grind the fuck out of Star Wars Battlefront or Battlefront 2. Like that, and one of my buddies had like a pool table, so I'd always be playing pool or darts, or we'd be
I am
grinding
so crap at
PlayStation
pool, but
2
I
and
like
shit like
playing
that. Oh, it's all about geometry, man, and I fucking
simple
love math.
geometry. I also like the
It
math.
is though, like if you know
Yeah.
geometry, like all you need to know how to do is learn or line your fucking stick up with the ball. Like literally, it's that simple. Just know angles or be able to predict. Well, not even predict because if you know it, then I don't know how to explain it, but
No, I get
it's
you.
simple geometry and it's
Simple
as long as you ain't
geometry.
fucking misfiring
No
on your
wonder you
cue
like
ball
puzzles
every
so much.
time, like you're good. But shit, back to the school. I mean, I was never super intelligent. I never took an IQ test, but I mean,
Neither
I
did
knew my
I.
shit. What they taught us, I knew I picked up on it up until about sixth or seventh grade, and then I started doing some, we'll just call them unnecessary curriculars.
Uh huh.
You know,
I
not school related.
I get what you mean.
I know you know what I'm talking about, but
Yeah.
we'll leave that a slight mystery for those who don't. And
Yeah.
I became lazy, and I was never really a fan of school, but up until like junior high, I would always do what I needed to, and then once that point hit, I just didn't give two fucks about it. So and our high school was 7 through 12, not 9 through 12 like most, because I'm in such a like a small area and shit.
Yeah.
But half the time, like I'd be gaming all night, and I'd go to sleep at 5 a.m. and half the time sleep through and not go to school. Or those few days where I would wake up, I'd go to fucking first period, pass out. The librarian would wake me up. I'd go to second period, pass out. I would pass out until fourth period, which is math, and I would stay awake because I was interested. And B, lunch was after fourth periods, and I love lunch. Like lunch, wood shop, and getting out of school were my favorite things about going to school. So that's all I really worried about. And you don't ever get wood shop or homework in wood shop. You just hands on do it while you're there. Not only
Yeah.
that, I could do it with all my basketball buddies were in wood shop, so we just fucking would go there, chew snuff, fucking cut shit up, lay some brick, build some little barns, saunas, whatever the task was for that day. But other than that, I didn't do no homework. I fucking slept. I didn't worry about being popular. I had my few guys, and that was it. And I just kind of cruised through. It may have taken me a little bit of extra time, but eventually I got there.
Yeah. No, I was playing. I don't know. I was always that kid that loved to answer the questions like, oh, I know this and this, and I paid attention to class like a lot, but I just hated doing homework. Homework was just like, ugh. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
I didn't
just
even like I said. I would go to class. I'd be up for 5, 10 minutes, and once the lesson started, I'd put my head down and pass the fuck out. There was one time in a science class where I fell asleep, and it was like 5 minutes before the bell, and someone like put their hand and slapped it down on my desk, and it woke me up, and I jerked my head up, and my teacher looked at me, and she's like, "It's alive!" And everyone started laughing, and I just put my head right back down. I was like, "Whatever, I don't even care." I was ready for the bell to ring. Like
yeah,
I didn't have any motivation to be there to want to do what I was supposed to, and that kind of still exists to this day. Just I don't know, not wanting to be an adult more or less. I'm halfway there, but I need to
I'm
give me a nine to
halfway
five instead of.
there. Wow. Okay, living on a prayer. That was
That was
beautiful.
kind of loud, actually. That might burn some people's ears, but I'll like it.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I was. Yeah, I didn't never slept in school until my senior year, when I just was just tired as heck, and
Oh
I slept in
man,
like
shit.
science class.
For me, it got to the point to where like we had an auditorium where like we would hold our plays and shit for drama and stuff, and they had a couch up there for I don't know what you want to call it, but like background material or props. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
talking
like a
about. A
prop.
couch for a prop. Well, the stage curtain was never open unless, something was going on the stage. So after me getting talked to sternly, in quotations, so many times about sleeping in class, I would just skip class and go pass out on the couch behind the stage curtain. And Once they figured out I was sleeping on the couch behind the stage curtain, I would go down in the band locker room because the locker room for a band class was always open, but we didn't ever have class until after lunch because we had the same teacher for high school as for elementary school, so she would be at the elementary in the morning and the high school in the afternoon. Well, that's prime time. Dark lights, no one's ever going in there, so I'd just go fucking pass out on the floor. Once they figured that out, there was cubbies for like the tubas and like the drum set and shit, which was big enough.
Oh my
I'd fucking
gosh.
close the door and yeah, I'm not even kidding, dude. I'd close the door and I'd rack right out inside of the locker.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
there was a couple times where I climbed on top of it and passed out on top. Like I didn't care if it was somewhat unnoticeable or a different place that they would not know where I was passing out skipping class. I would do it. I would wake up for, a lot of times. Like first hour was computer class where I had online classes to catch up, where it was almost like a study hall to where I could just catch up on homework, which I never did. I mostly just passed out. I'd bring my breakfast in there, eat it, chill out on the computer, listen to YouTube, watch some videos, bullshit with my buddies, and then I would go find my spot for the day, and I'd pass out for 3 hours until lunchtime. Like,
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
there was a couple times where I slept through lunch, and the band teacher would wake me up at fifth hour. That didn't happen very often because I kind of my body kind of built a routine to
Like a
where
timer.
I
Clock.
just a time internal clock. Yeah, there you go. And I'd be up for lunchtime, and then I'd go back and well, most of the time after lunch, I didn't really sleep because I had already slept enough, and I would have band or math class, or I would have band and then a 2 hour wood shop, so I would always be awake
Here's a
just because
concept.
it
Why
was
don't
something I
you sleep
enjoyed.
at
But
night? Or
because I was fucking playing video games all the damn time.
fair enough.
Be up till fucking 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, sleep
Oh
for an hour,
jeez.
get woken up, and then fucking go to school and catch up on my sleep until lunchtime.
Catch up on my
There's,
sleep to go to sleep. That
but I
sentence.
would though, like me and my brother, we would be fucking rotating controllers or fucking playing split screen, like. We would just fucking stay up and game all night and then go to school. And he forced himself to stay up. He was a good little kid, but I didn't give a fuck. I'd go fall asleep and do what I wanted to because I knew I could. I mean, they would sternly talk to me, but they never like suspended me or. I mean, I got detentions and shit, but I never get suspended for skipping class or nothing like that. They were pretty lackluster, lenient, and if they couldn't find me, then well, it was whatever. They would see me at lunch class, ask me where I was, and I wouldn't tell them where I was sleeping. I'd reveal my spot for the next couple weeks. Like
Yeah.
a school that doesn't, well, it could hold more than what we had, but while going through high school, 7 through 12, I don't ever remember like the entire school. I'm pretty sure the largest amount of students we ever had was like 252 at one point. Like that's the most kids we had, 7 through 12. My graduating
Jeez.
class is like 30 kids. I go downstate to a family reunion. I talked to my uncle who went to Heartland, downstate Michigan, and his graduating class was fucking 2,200. I'm like, dude, I didn't even have
Jeez.
10% of that in my entire school.
Like
We
that was the
include
same
junior
thing.
high and
My
high school.
graduating class in Stanfield was like probably 40 to 50 kids. And then, well, that's I say Stanfield even though I didn't graduate there. But when my class reunion shows up, I'm probably gonna head over there because that's where I spent most of my school years. Because I moved around so freaking much. Uh,
Class reunions. I'm gonna have three of them to go to. The class of 2013, which is when I was originally supposed to graduate. The class of 2014, which I had to go another year, and then I went half of 2015 and finally got my diploma that year. So like I'm gonna be going to every one of those reunions on every like 5 year, 1, 2, 3 back to back, 10 year, 1, 2, 3 back to back, 20 year, 1, 2, 3 back to back. Like, I'm gonna go to
dang,
all of them. I knew all the people I was friends with. I can't say majority of the class, but like I played sports a lot of times with them. And after my original class, like made some new friends just to hang out with and shit like that. Like, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I'm accepted by all 3 years, and I'm gonna fucking go get wasted at every single one of the damn reunions and just have
dang.
a good old time.
Sounds like a fun time.
Well, I mean, when the reunions come around, it will be a fun time. But for a lesson to all you kids that are in school and shit, don't do what I did. Do your fucking homework, get your shit done so you can go to college. You don't want to deal with that extra BS.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it. As much as you may be having a good time, or trying to fucking ease through, it's gonna do nothing but put more of a struggle onto you and what you do in the future. Like, it's plain and simple. You may not like what they tell you, but just do it. Just get it over with. Before long, you'll be on your own. You'll be able to make your own decisions and fucking do whatever the hell you want to without having to deal with any repercussions.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went off topic. We gotta go back to this Overwatch shit.
So, GM, what's your expectations for this GM league?
MSB to win it all.
Ah, I see.
I gotta
That
put
was
him
easy.
out there. I mean, yeah.
Next topic. No, I'm just...
Well, no, I mean, it's, I don't know, I don't really pay attention to like the growth of the community or everyone in there. Honestly, as far as I know, I don't know a whole lot of people in the community. I'll put myself in chat and say some shit and talk to some people I don't know here and there, but I respect and appreciate Amateur for doing this whole lower tier, giving us a chance to not make a career out of it or like make a whole lot of money, but just to have some fun, get the experience of being in a tournament scene, get your buddies together, fucking grind a week out of scrims to practice, and then try and go in a tournament and win it. Like, it's not even about the prize, it's just the camaraderie with your teammates and being able to actually play in tournaments at the rank that a lot of us are at in this community, which is, platinum to diamond to low masters. Like, PC or like anything that gets severe notoriety, it's all like the king of the crop. And giving these lower ranked or underskilled players, whatever you want to call it, giving them a chance to kind of shine in some sort of element and have people like say, hey, like that was a nice play, or you played this map really well. Like, I don't know, shit like that. It's just really nice. It's something different. It's something that I've never seen until I came into this community. Although I really was never, honestly, I wasn't too much into competitive gaming until Overwatch. But it's something nice to see. It's bringing opportunity to a lot more people and just giving them a chance to enjoy the game in a different way.
No. Sorry about that. Misses with the word. Um, yeah, no, I like what this community's been doing, and it's really cool to see what it's built into. And I hope I mean the end goal of all this is like become popular enough where most console PS4 players know like, hey, amateur gamers, hey, I don't know,
Yeah.
which is a freaking huge goal, but still.
And I mean, to be honest, like back to the what do I expect from the GM League, like he does do a lot of lower tier shit, but kind of bringing in some of the what I would say king of the crop of the PlayStation scene. Like, I mean, it's going to bring more viewership because that I know quite a few of these like GMs top 500s that stream. Like, I'm a fucking, well, right now I'm basically plat, but like even when I was masters and shit, like I would still get like, I don't know, I wouldn't have too many people that would be like consistently in there, like, and then build to where I would get like 20, 30 people while streaming, but I would get like five of my friends or people that I know would come and consistently watch, and then I would always have random people dropping in and out, like some shit I would have never expected. I was streaming randomly one night. I think I was playing with Rex, and Tarnies dropped in. Like, I didn't know who he was. I didn't, and Rex is like, dude, you don't know who he is? Like, go check the top 500 leaderboards for Europe. Like, this man's is one of the best tracers on console at this moment. Like, what?
Dang.
And and I had no fucking clue. And knowing that he streams and the higher rank you are, you're gonna have more. I don't know. Is concurrent viewers the right term? Like people that are consistently watching you, and
Frequent
more than
flyers.
frequent flyers. Yeah, like they bring more attention to it with this higher skilled league right now. which is kind of nice. It'll definitely bring some notoriety to AG and, keep people wanting to watch it and see what he brings to the store, and
Like,
it'll definitely help him grow. I know that he likes the lower tiers, giving them a chance more, but throwing these higher guys in there every once in a while and, just giving them something to do, some tournaments to play in and shit like that, like, it definitely helps bring people to the community. Although, knowing console's always going to be at a disadvantage to PC, like, it's definitely a good start. It's going to help bring viewership in for sure, in my
yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, no, like, legit, every time someone talks, even mentions the word Overwatch at my work, I always like, hey, you like Overwatch? You like tournaments? We do this. It's awesome. Here, check out AG. Like, even time, I forgot, yesterday I was working, and someone said, something, they were like, Underwatchers. They said something weird, and when I heard Watch, I was like, Overwatch? You say Overwatch? Overwatch?
Just jumping at it.
Yeah.
There's even been a few times in comp games, like Mini Vanquished, we scrimmed against Primal Instinct the other day, and well, I met the dude through a Facebook group. He made a post about asking people who wanted to play, but while we were doing that, like, conversation came up about me being on a team and doing scrims and tournaments and shit, and I was like, yeah, shit, if you're interested, like, I'll see what I can do to try and get a link or get you into the Discord. And he didn't get in through me, someone else gave him the link, but he got in and he's got a team now, and, like, there's been a few times where I've even promoted it and just, tried to get the interest of people. Not very often, maybe less than a handful of times, so 4 or 5, maybe 3, but, like, shit, if I'm playing comp and I get bored and people are talking about tournaments or teams, like, it's definitely something that I kind of jump at and bring up and, like,
Hey,
you're interested? Hey, yeah, we got this something over here. I mention, like, Overguard and Broken Dagger, a couple of things I've heard of, but mostly I'm like, well, I'm in this Amateur Gamers Discord. We do a lot of tournaments for, like, Diamond and Masters players, and then they have GM tournaments and shit like that. Like, shit, if you want in, just message me on PSN. I'll add you on Discord, and I'll try to get you in or something like that. And it hasn't been a whole lot of times, just a handful, but it's every once in a while, I'll throw it out there because it's interesting to me, very fun, and I feel like more people would enjoy it that don't know about it.
Yeah, I feel ya. Oh my gosh, stop texting me. Freaking
You've got
women.
more important things to do, like,
I know.
video games.
So, for anyone who doesn't...
honestly, I thought she was going to type you a paragraph and be super salty about it, and she was just like, oh.
No, dude,
okay.
She is like, oh my gosh, she, like, worships me, which is ridiculous, because I am not...
The fact that she worships you and you can't get her dyke bitch in there with you is like, bro!
I know, well, it's
you
like...
You have a threesome on your pedestal, and you're just not jumping at the fucking bait, man.
I can't, like, I can't...
What do you mean you can't?
Like, listen, like,
what
well,
do you mean you
the
can't?
other
It's a
person...
threesome.
I know, but this other person is not down with the sickness.
Well, you fucking have her sit on your face and make her down with the sickness. God damn.
Yeah.
That's gonna have to get edited.
I said it was explicit. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, but like, oh man, you know how to cook? I've seen your YouTube videos from back in the day. I'm such a great chef. Oh my gosh. Hey man, I'm sure you've learned some techniques since then.
I do
you
like
just gotta
cooking.
put them to use, man.
That's just it's just an interesting situation.
Like, if I had the opportunity and I was interested in a couple of dykes, like, I would definitely be trying to push for that shit. If not, well, okay, I'll just fuck the one on the side. But at the same time, like, you gotta try, man.
I do.
Shit.
I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I just need to get them both very drunk.
No, you don't need to get them both very drunk. That's not where you go with it. Invite them over for a nice dinner, and like I said, just have the robe, man.
Have
Nothing
the
on under it.
Romans.
Just have the robe.
Oh
Make
my
them a
gosh.
fancy meal, wine and dine them.
Yeah.
Not like too much wine, but maybe give them a glass or two. Don't give them
Yeah.
enough to where they don't know what the hell's going on, because that's it's a different story. But like, man,
There's like experience
you
behind that
got to
state.
do something. You have
I
to
know.
attempt this, even if it becomes a cuck type of thing where you're just sitting there watching. Like, I mean, that's actually kind of a downer, but
Yeah.
at least you tried and you know where it went.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
if you can't get in the action, at, at least you tried, man. You just
Yeah.
gotta try. Like
No.
you gotta jump at that opportunity.
I
You
gotta do
can't
it
just
for
let it
Tubbs.
slide, man. Do
Ah.
it for the squall!
Oh my gosh.
And then you could throw it in fucking Dougie's face.
Doug shared me a story of
Yeah,
a
I know
similar
he's a
thing.
ladies' man, but he had to watch. Tell him you was in on it. Two
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. We'll see. 2 times. This is add extra time. Oh my gosh.
Got it? No, it's
Jeez.
not even about rubbing it in Dougie's face. It's like, I'm gonna be honest, like, what man does not have a fantasy of one day having a threesome? Like, let's be real.
That's true.
Every, yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. That's almost like, that's a bucket list type of thing.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Like shit, I'll come out to Idaho and I'll fucking chomp at the bit and see and make it happen. Like shit, I'll at least try anyway. Fucking up in bumfuck nowhere, Michigan. Nah, bruh. I don't know any dykes around here. I feel like I should stop saying dykes too. That might be kind of like a mean word. I should
I
probably
don't.
just say lesbians, but
I
it
mean,
means the same thing, and
I've never,
whatever.
I've never really heard. I mean, I've heard it in movies and whatnot, but I've never really heard anyone use it. So I don't have much experience with that word. I don't know. I don't care.
Dyke?
Yeah.
I don't know. I might, you know what? And people might roast me or laugh at me. I don't care. But a dyke's a lesbo. Like she
Yeah.
likes the pussy over the cock. It is what it is, man.
Yeah. No.
But apparently the one that you've been talking to likes a little bit of both.
Yes. Anyway,
What was that?
I don't
You like
know.
halfway gagged or coughed or choked or
Yeah.
some shit?
No,
Like,
just moving on. No, but it's
are you on
crazy.
Okay, yeah, we'll move on.
Well, I mean, it's like yesterday, she's been she's like, oh, I've been fighting with the other person, this and that, and it
I'll
doesn't seem
relieve
to be
your
working out.
stress.
And
Come on over.
this, I know, but like this, it's like the thing that she's setting this up for a long-term relationship, is which I do not want for this person, because I mean
Ooh,
she's
yeah,
cool and
that's kind
whatnot,
of oof. That's an oof.
but she said it just feels like she's setting something up. So I guess during my lunch when I was working yesterday, she was like, "Oh yeah, we should hang out during lunch." I'm like, "Okay." So, uh, we went and we ate like Panda
Had a
Express or
little
something,
quickie
and
during lunchy.
it was like, so during the date, or she brought up the word date, and I was like, "Yeah, I guess," or I didn't
What do
like
you mean?
admit to
Yeah,
it.
I guess.
No,
You
she was
just
just.
said you weren't interested, and you're folding into her saying, "Yeah, I guess
No,
we could
I
date."
I
Nigga, you
didn't
need
say
to
that.
lay
No,
some
no, I never said
guidelines.
that. That was like my mental like I was expecting a thing where she was gonna say like, "Hey, I don't want to be in this relationship that I've been for 3 years and am engaged into. Like, I like you now," and I was like waiting for that to be like, "No, you need to fix your relationship and then me find something else." But it didn't bring it up. So, but she was pushing for it. She said stuff like, "I need to." She said like, "I need to find someone, something, whatever." And then she uh basically asked me, "What was the last time you were on a date or whatever?" And this and like, "You'll find someone." And then like it was like she was prompting me to be like, "Oh, I want to be with you," but it didn't happen. That did not. That
It
was good.
sounds like like she did her thing and she was converted to a lesbian, and then you kind of reconverted her. You need to set that shit straight and let her know. Be like,
I
yo,
know.
you just, like, You can be
Confrontation is
nice
my
about it,
worst
you can be a
thing.
dick about it, but what you just need to say, hey, you a bitch, I just want to fuck. Like, no offense, you're cute and all, but A, I'm not looking for a relationship. B, you're already in a
Well, that's the
relationship, and I ain't
thing.
trying to get in the middle of that.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm.
Like, you already know bitches are crazy. Imagine having a fucking, oh man.
Yeah,
I would not want that knocking at my doorstep at 7 o'clock in the morning.
gosh, I don't know.
Shit's
But
about
yeah,
to hit the
whatever.
fan.
We didn't really go anywhere from that, and then we just went, and then I had like 20 minutes left, so we had some fun. But anyway, next. So, how's your life been?
Same shit, different day. It's what I tell my grandma. It's what I tell my best friend. It's what I'm gonna tell you. Same shit, different day.
Basically,
I'm still living. I'm still breathing. Eat, sleep, game. Sometimes work, repeat.
dang, you don't have
That's pretty
any
much
lady
what it
friends to
is.
call upon.
Oh no, not at the moment. I had a fling. Like I told you, I've mentioned this before. I had a little something going on last summer, but well, we fucked. She fucked a different dude, and I was in bed with another woman within 2 days, and yeah, that didn't end well.
Yes, I didn't know that was last summer. I thought that was like way before. I think maybe I misread it, but I thought that was like a lot before. Eh,
No, yeah, it was, yeah, 'cause I was on all types of shit, having fun. I mean, I like the girl, I was,
yeah,
maybe potentially thinking of being in a relationship, but doing a whole lot of partying and shit happens, and
I
you
don't
know,
party much. I should.
oh, I partied a lot, man. Oh my God.
Doug has been taking me to bars recently. We've been doing more of the party
I
scene,
didn't
but
even go to bars. It was fucking house parties and beach parties or
I don't
fucking
get invited to
campfire
house parties.
parties. Like, oh my God. Between the fucking whiskey, the vodka, the weed, the pills, the fucking, oh my God, I was doing a lot of shit.
Damn, damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, was there? I think. Do you want to close up this episode? We've been talking about it for a while.
Honestly, we were
Anyone
supposed to go into
who?
the whole Overwatch topic, and then we kind of went off topic, and I
Well,
feel like we should have cut it off.
it's all about life, and it's whatever. It's
Yeah, yeah, I
yeah.
get that, but at the same time, we probably should have cut it off like 20 minutes ago.
Well then,
Like, this is shit that me and you have talked about a little bit here and there from time to time, but
yeah.
to go off topic and yeah.
Now
I
everyone
mean, it's up to
knows.
you because I mean, yeah, that's up to you. It was more openness about you and just having
Yeah,
good laughs and talking about shit, but
we had a blast. It's all good.
it's oof. Yeah, you just got to give her, man. Balls to the wall, shit. And
Yeah.
I need to get out more. I probably should go to the bar, but I've never been a fan of the bar. Like, I'm not gonna pay 250 for a fucking what size are these cans? 12 ounces?
Just 250.
Just 250. It's probably more expensive in your area, maybe, but at the same time, 250 for a fucking little ass can of beer is bullshit. And I
Yeah.
ain't trying to spend that. I'd rather go to fucking Walmart buy myself a case for half the price I would pay
I
at a
know
bar
bars
and
is really
fucking
for
go
the
have a good time.
socialness of it is really what you're paying for, and I can understand the value in that. But it's
See, if
still
I
if you
were to
want to
go
get
to a
into
bar, I'd probably be a miserable drunk. I'd go there on Sunday, I'd watch football at the fucking bar, eat some peanuts, drink a shit ton of beer, and that's about it. Like, I mean, I might know some people that come in and out, but as to be honest, as long as I can remember, and even to this day, I'm not trying to meet a whole bunch of new people or make new friends. Like, I'm fine with what I got. I don't like a lot of people to begin with anyway, so.
yeah.
And seriously, like, I've told you, if there's a few people that I've met in this community, and there's a lot more people that I've met in real life where I hear their voice, I see their face, and they just start talking ideas, and I want to put their face in the fucking dirt. Like, they just sound like fucking idiots to me. And without a doubt, I probably sound like a fucking idiot, and people want to do that to me. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna hide from it. I'm gonna tell you if I don't like you. If I want you to fucking eat dirt, then I'm gonna tell you to eat dirt. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're such a nice person. We should be friends and go have cocktails on Friday. Yeah. No, fuck you. I don't like you. Get the fuck away from me.
I like just playing all this out. But anyway, that has been one
I
of
think it's a good time to call it a close. Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
explicit Team Watch episode. I don't recommend the kiddies watch. Uh,
We probably could have gone on for another hour and a half with
we
a
probably
lot
could
more
have,
topics, but we're
but
gonna. It's a good time to stop. We'll talk more off
yeah,
stream.
if you guys demand it, maybe we'll have another thing where we talk about people, whatever.
I feel like podcasts should be more question and answer type of shit, and we just
That's
bullshit. So
that's no, that's what you want from a podcast. That's the best kind of podcast. It's like, I
I
mean,
mean, I guess, but I don't know. I expected
interviews
some
are for
more like.
questions and whatnot. Like, I don't know.
Maybe that's what I needed to call this as an interview, and then I could have had you fucking write
You know
some
what?
questions.
Whatever. Fucking
I'm being demanding.
thanks for watching. If you even stuck it this long, congratulations, I guess. Uh, yeah.
Probably didn't last this long. It wasn't very exciting, besides, for me and Max, I'm sure, but it's just whatever.
We probably lost everyone at the football. That's probably where we lost all the
Probably.
people. But yeah, thank you guys for
Next
watching.
time we'll go into where my toxicity
Oh gosh.
originates from.
Oh jeez. But
Till next time on
Till
Dragon Ball Z.
okay. Anyway, we're gonna cut
That's
it
where
here.
you cut it out. No,
Yeah.
you gotta cut it right there.
Oh, right there. Okay. Well, amateur gamers. Yeah. AG, cut it there, right after the music, and then yeah.
Yes. Yes.
If
Perfect.
you decide, yeah, perfect. It works. I'm gonna end the broadcast. No one was even watching that live, which was new. Some people would drop in.